Um, can someone confirm that, am I audible? Am I visible? So is my audio and video okay? Good morning, Elena. Good morning. Hello, Gina. Wow, it's pretty late or very early for you, Gina. Thank you, Elena, for the confirmation. Oh, Gina. Okay, insomnia. Maybe since we are going to go through a meditation, so maybe that would help you feel a bit more safe, relaxed, and soothed. And I'm hoping that you get the rest, even if not by sleep, but through the meditation, that you need, that your body needs. So I can recognize some people, but I would love to know, like, who all amongst you are here for the first time, are in this series of, Wheel of Wisdom for the first time, and who are, more experienced. So type first if you are here for the first time, and, type experienced or repeated, whatever you want to type. So I get an idea of, who all are here. Hi Valerie, I am so glad that you joined from the start. Hi Flo, good morning, good morning. I am so glad to see so many people coming back for more, wisdom and to add more magic and wonder and just wisdom into their lives. So, for those who are joining for the first time, I want to tell you about three important things before we begin. Okay. First thing about me, because you are going to spend your time, energy, and everything here. So, I want to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Anisha Maheshwari, and I have been on Insight Timer for 2 years, more than 2 years now. And I have like 6 courses and more than 30 plus tracks here. So, feel free to check them out if today's live resonate with you. And I love helping people who, have this low self-esteem, and I help them to befriend their inner critic as well as to just cultivate a more kinder and supportive relationship with themselves through my private coaching sessions. And I further help them to become their best self, so the best version of themselves through my group coaching program. So if you are in case interested in working with me, then you can like reach out or check the, more details in my profile. So there is a link there. So that's a little bit about me. And second thing is how this is going to work, like what, we are going to do in this live. So we are going to first do a mini meditation, okay, to open ourselves up for, to the wisdom of universe, of divine, of God, whatever you want to call it. Then we are going to start our fun game, okay? So fun plus wisdom. That's the formula here. So we are going to so I have a wheel, and I have on that wheel I have listed 17 books. 17 because I started my transformation journey from the year 2017. That's why. But we are going to like add some more books later on. So, yeah. So these are all the books I have read, and I have read like many, many more books in this all these years of transformation because I love them. And I have like when I was reading some of the books, not all, but some of the books, then I note down certain, um, insights and whatever I found inspirational, and the activities listed in that books, the practices listed in a particular book. And so having that said, so what we are going to do is coming back to the wheel. So it has all the different names of the books. I'm going to rotate the wheel, and the wheel or the universe is going to choose one book that, from which we need to hear right now. So, yeah, so after that, then I'm going to go open the, material of that book. I'm going to intuitively scroll, and wherever like I feel that this is something that this whole group needs, right now to hear most or to work upon most, then we are going to, read those lines and do that practice. Okay, so I'm going to I'm hoping to include both things, knowledge also, as well as a practice also from that book. And maybe if we don't do a practice from that book, and if I feel inspired by the lines that we have read, then I'm going to guide through you all through a meditation. Okay, so are you guys clear like how this wheel of wisdom game is going to work out? And are you guys ready? Type ready if you are, ready to begin. And for those, so we have started this yesterday only, the series Wheel of Wisdom. For those who have missed it, or who would like a summary or a recording of it, so I have created, upon the request of some people here, I have created a group, a community. So you can join. It is free, so you can join that free community through the link in my bio again in my profile. And yeah, I have posted the recordings, I have posted the summary, the challenge, the prompts, and everything, the key takeaways from yesterday. So yeah, you can do that, as well as I do give out some gifts in that community. So I would love for all of you to be a part of it. So yeah, that's it. And I have like very proactive people here coming back and ready for the wisdom of the universe. So thank you, Alina, Flo, and Achu for the, enthusiasm. Okay. Okay, let's before we start the wheel thing, the game, let's, just center ourselves. Okay. So find a comfortable place, comfortable, a little bit quieter space where you won't be disturbed. Just, just relax yourself and find a position. You can either sit, stand, or lie down, whatever feels most comfortable to you. As you settle in, bring your attention just to the sounds around you. Let all the sounds around you reach you, connecting you to the environment around you. Now that we are present in this space, you can gently close your eyes or lower your gaze to limit visual distraction and turn inwards. Notice your whole body breathing right now. You don't have to force yourself to breathe in any particular manner. Just notice, what does it feels like to be alive in this breathing body? Now imagine all the people in this live right now in a circle, and you are also a part of that circle. If you want, you can hold hands with other participants or just know that they are there, becoming a part of this big, beautiful community. Now visualize a white light in the center of that circle. That white light is spreading and illuminating every member of this group. As it falls upon each member, know that this light knows what you need and want. As you feel safe and reassured in the presence of this light, you feel that your heart begins to open, opening to the light, the wisdom, the divine, letting it touch your heart. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can also gently place a hand on your heart, reminding yourself that the wise voice is within you. And as you place a hand on your heart, know that there are many others like you in this group that have placed a hand on their heart as well. You all are here connected to each other and open to the wisdom that is going to benefit every one of you. Now you can gently lower your hand and connect back with your body, becoming aware of the breathing body. Now, whenever you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes and notice your surroundings. Coming back to this environment. If you feel like, you can just stretch, drink some water, or take a deep breath. Okay, if you feel called to, you can share your experience. Thank you so much, Achu, for sharing that. Um, I'm so glad that you're feeling peaceful, and so am I. And not only peaceful, I'm feeling so connected and at ease at some level. And like I am, what you are, so connected. Okay. Anyone else, if you guys feel like, you can share your experience, how you're feeling. Are you guys open to the wisdom before we start the game, or before we receive what we most need right now? Okay, for those who have just joined, so we just did a meditation to settle ourselves and to open ourselves to the wisdom which we are just going to tap into by a game. So there's going to be a wheel, we are going to rotate it. The wheel has the names of multiple books, multiple transformative books that I have read over a longer period. And yeah, the divine, the universe, the God, whatever you believe in, that is going to help us find a book in that wheel that will benefit all of us present right now. That is, that will be applicable and helpful for whatever we are going through, what each of us is going through in their lives. And then we are going to open that book, we are going to scroll and randomly stop. So whenever I feel intuitively that this section needs to be given a voice to, then I'm going to speak that. And we are going to wrap with a practice, a challenge, a prompt, or a meditation. We will see whatever comes up. Okay. So let's start the game. Are you guys ready for the game now? Hmm. Type yes if you are ready. I want some engagement, and universe also, I think, wants some engagement, just affirming it, just saying it out, because our words and our thoughts and everything has so much power. So thoughts, then our words have so much power, and then our actions. So okay, I'm seeing so many beautiful people claiming that wisdom. So Achu says yes, Eva says yes, Bennett says yes, and I'm so glad to have you guys here and to participate. Bex says yes. Okay, so we are ready to claim that wisdom. So let me show you the wheel. Okay, so is this visible? I know you guys cannot read it, but like, is this visible? Is this wheel visible to you? I will read it for you. Okay, is this visible? Okay, thank you, Achu. So now I'm going to tap it, and as it is like moving round and round, You guys can just take deep breaths or open your heart, visualize it opening so that you receive what you are here to receive. Start. Okay, I will read it because I think it is inverted for you. Okay. So, our winner, the book for today is The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down by Sunim. Okay. So, um, let's see. It's so interesting that yesterday we got a book that was also about, relaxing and being and, just resting. And today also we are here. Maybe the universe want to tell us that, since the new year is here and everyone is like, I want to achieve these many resolutions, those goals and everything, and we are so super active, the universe is trying to tell us that it's okay, we can slow down because even though it is new year, we don't notice that it is also winter, and winter is usually a time of just, just introspection and because nature rests, right, in winter. And there is this, yeah, in many areas, there is this just blanket of snow on everything. And it's time of nature to relax and just to be without having to produce fruits and flowers and everything. Okay, so Achu has, thank you, Achu, for, writing down the book. And again, if like you can join the free community because I'm going to like post the lines there and everything there, and I'm going to post the names of the book there too and everything there. So you can join that as well. But for now, thank you so much for giving this clarity to the name and to the author because, yeah, because these creators, I feel like whenever I'm also creating, I'm nowhere comparing myself to them, but yeah, as a creator, maybe on a small level, but still, when I'm going through this process of creating a track or guided meditation or something, it feels like it's not my small mind that is creating it. It is something larger than me that is dropping in ideas in my head and that want to be expressed and to reach so many people. So I feel like in through this game we are giving a voice to, all of these beautiful, wonderful, transformative books out there. And, you know, because sometimes we kind of flag that I don't want to read a whole book. If you are not like, if you don't love reading, then if that's the case for you, and at times we don't apply it. So I was hoping that through this game, we get to tap onto that knowledge based on what we need right now, as well as to take some action, some sort of actions. Because no matter the book, if we apply it into our life, then only we are going to see the transformation. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, it is beautiful. And if you like resonate with any of the books that is mentioned or any of the material that we cover, then feel, I highly recommend you guys to, listen to the audiobooks or, buy that book because yeah, it is a way to support the authors. Okay. So let's see. Um, yeah. So I have like opened everything that I've written down about this book. And now I'm going to go through it and wherever my intuition tell me that, stop. This is something everyone's need, right? Everyone need to hear right now. Then we are going to stop at that. Okay. Mari says, "Oh, I am so glad that, you love this idea because yes, there is so much of information in the books and so much of amazing information. I love reading books, but at times we don't apply it, and that's where we lack because we have this habit of accumulating more and more information, especially if you are into this self-help and, if you are into this personal growth world, then Yeah, we do it most often. Okay, okay. Let's see what I've come up. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I think that's a wonderful. Let me start reading it to you, like all. Okay. Um, great to have you, Achu. Great to have you. Okay. So the author says, if we look at it more closely, we see it's not the situation that is troubling us, but our perspective on it. Tsunamis are frightening, not just because of the water, but also because of the objects hurled at us by the water. Tornadoes are terrifying, not just because of the wind, but also because of the objects uprooted and thrown by the wind. We feel unhappy not just because something bad has happened, but also because of the swirling thoughts about what happened. I'm going to read this one again. We feel unhappy not just because something bad has happened, but also because of the swirling thoughts about what happened. When you have an unpleasant feeling, don't grab or hold onto it and turn it over and over. Instead, leave it alone so it can flow. That is so beautiful. When you have an unpleasant feeling, don't grab hold of it and turn it over and over. Instead, leave it alone so it can flow. The wave of emotion will naturally recede on its own as long as you don't feed it by dwelling on it. Okay, I feel like reading every line again, but once more, this one line again. The wave of emotion will naturally recede on its own as long as you don't feed it by dwelling on it. To get food unstuck from a frying pan, just pour water in the pan and wait. After a while, the food loosens on its own. That is a wonderful example. Okay, so I will share what I got out of it, and then I invite you guys, all of you guys, to reflect how, in your current situation, this can be applied. So, if literally, God came upon you, or the universe, or the divine, whatever, if that came upon you, and if they spoke these lines right now to you, because it is in some manner through this author, through me, these lines are being spoken to you. So, imagine if, you know, that divine being was speaking these lines to help you with your current situation, then how would you have applied this knowledge into your current life right now, into today or this upcoming week? So like, yeah, so you can reflect on that while I will touch upon what I got out of this. So two things. Firstly, again, there is this thing that whatever is happening. We cannot do about anything about it. It is out of our control. The external circumstances are not in our control, and hence, to resist it means that it will persist more. So when we are resisting the reality, when we are not accepting it, we are already in that pain, but we are adding additional suffering to it. And that resistance increases that suffering. So initially we were in pain, now we are also suffering because of the pain. So there is always this thing. And yeah, so when something happens, what happens is that how we resist now. Mentally, at mental level, we resist by, thinking thoughts like, so the initial thought is automatic, that comes on its own, and we have no control over it. But once a thought comes, then we keep on, adding to the story by keeping on thinking and thinking and thinking. So we are like, why this happened, why this always happens to me, what am I gonna do, or we are going to catastrophize about what if this happens, what if this, that happens. So we are just getting involved in that story, right? And that is not going to help, you know like, okay, let me like go back if I miss out anything. Yeah, so the perspective that we have in that situation, through our thoughts is very important. Exactly like, Beck has highlighted that, cooking pan. If we just, if we don't keep on just, doing this, whatever we are doing in our brain, and we just let it sit, and especially this, cooked pan thing applies more to our emotions because sometimes we are not able to do that at thought level. So, the best thing to do at the thought level is that when we are in a difficult situation and we see, initially we are going to think, that is our habit, okay, and it takes a lot of practice and mindfulness and everything to recognize it early and to stop it. But whenever you do realize that, okay, I am adding, you know fuel to the fire by my thoughts, then stop. Okay, then we need to stop thinking because it is not serving us, and we need to turn our attention to our emotions, what we are feeling at that moment, because that emotion is energy and that needs to flow. As the author says, it needs to flow, and we need to let it flow. So, and thinking is also actually a way to avoid feeling. So we think, we like assume that, yeah, thinking, by thinking I'm doing something useful. But most of the time, we think because we don't want to feel that way, because that is not pleasant at that moment. So, if we just not keep on, adding more and more thoughts, and if we just let the emotions be and we just sit with it and we just, let it be there, maybe show ourselves some compassion and everything, and we just let them flow, we express them, sorry, we express them in in healthier ways, maybe just moving our body because that energy needs to release. So just shaking ourselves, that is very effective. There are many things that we can do to just express ourselves or just to process those emotions, just let them flow. So when we just let the situation be as it is and not add thoughts and emotions to it, like not resist it through mental level, by so not resist it through like mentally with our thoughts, then it begins to loosen. If we just let it be there, let it soak, then it loosens. Energy, it is energy, and it comes in a wave and it is going to go down, even if it feels like you're going to get stuck with it for forever. Okay, let's see now the comments. And as I read the comments, you guys can tell me that, how can you apply? So think of a situation in your life right now. What are you struggling with? What is happening that you don't like? What is happening that you are resisting? Notice how you're resisting it. What are the thoughts that are coming up in your head? And mm, maybe we can do a meditation on this. Now I'm feeling inspired to create a meditation. Okay, would you guys like to do a meditation on this, whatever we have learned? And we can do a mini meditation to just apply this into our life in a meditation. So type meditation if you want to do that, or if you want to do an activity from the book. I am more than happy to. Or you can share anything. Like there are so many options. You can do whatever you want here. So I'm just giving you prompts so you don't feel stuck. Okay, Beck says meditation. Okay, Paul says meditate. Oh, I'm so glad that you are into that. I think I missed a text, so I will read that first and then we will meditate. Achu says meditation. So many meditation fans. And I'm so honored that like you're giving me the chance to guide you. Okay, I have missed Kathy's comment. Kathy says, energy in motion, always changing. Let it be there and it will release. Exactly. It will release. Okay, it will. And yes, our intention is not for it to go away, because if you are just letting it be with the ulterior motive that it will go away, then you are not accepting the situation or the emotion in its truest essence. And it takes a lot of practice. So even though I'm going to guide you through it, don't like the outcome is not that that emotion is going to go away. The aim is to be with that part of you that is suffering right now, because I always think of that part as a part that is like a, crying baby, and it just need me, that presence. So yeah, we are just the intention, the aim is just to be with that part and not try to get rid of it or to change it in any manner. Just be and just even comfort it if you feel if you feel called to, but not comforting it for, to just banish it or just to get rid of it. So we're not doing that, because that part of us need our attention, and through thinking we usually don't give our attention to that part within us. We actually distract ourselves somewhere else. I'm getting a little emotional thinking that, I know, there's like there is a part of you that is in suffering, and I want to guide you to be there with that part. Okay, so we will begin. I will just have water and then I will meditate. Oh. Hmm. Okay, guys, find a comfortable place and just settle in a comfortable posture, whether it is sitting, standing, lying down, whatever you need right now. Begin by becoming aware of what is around you. Notice what all is in your environment. Coming back to this space, to your room, to this present moment. And now, whenever you feel ready, you can gently close your eyes or lower your gaze. Now begin by scanning your body for any part that is feeling neutral and pleasant. Usually, we only pay attention to our body when it is in some kind of pain or there is any uncomfortable sensation. So, even if you are ill or you have chronic pain or acute pain or any difficult sensations, there is always a part of you, there is always a part of your body that feels neutral or more pleasant. It can be the palm of your hands, your cheek, your legs. So just find a part of your body that feels neutral or pleasant. Now, this part is going to be your safe space, your anchor, and if in case you are not able to find a part of your body, then you can always choose your breath. So, in the meditation, if you feel overwhelmed at any moment, then you can focus your attention on this part of your body or on your breath, or even if it becomes intolerable, then you are welcome to stop and open your eyes. We don't want to overwhelm you in any manner because kindness is a very basic foundation of meditation. So, having that said, now bring to your mind something you are struggling with. Don't try to think of a very major problem of your life since we are practicing maybe for the first time to be with our emotions. Try to find a mild to moderate situation or stressor that you are currently struggling with. Try to imagine as vividly as possible. So imagine what does it look like when you are dealing with that stressor. Let yourself fully be in that situation and feel whatever you feel or think whatever you think usually. Immerse yourself fully into the situation. Now, as you are in this situation, notice, bring your awareness to your body and notice any areas of tension, tightness, pain. This is usually what happens when we are trying to resist the situation, either through our thoughts or through our body. So, as you notice each area of tension, you might notice that the muscles are a bit tight or like you are holding onto something. So, allow that area to relax. You don't have to try to relax. So, if you are, then you can just let be. Let that area be as it is. Let go of holding on to it. If there are multiple areas in your body that are feeling unpleasant in some way, then you can focus one by one on each area and just let go of the tightness you might be holding on to in that area. Letting yourself just exist, letting that area just be. If any thought arises about the situation, about the practice, or about anything, that's okay. That's the nature of our mind. So, whenever you notice that your mind has wandered, gently bring your attention back to that area. Continue to bring your awareness on each area letting go of anything you might be holding on to. It's okay. If you notice that the area you focused on before has tightened again, that's okay. You can again focus on it and just let go of anything it is holding on to. Now, if there is any area that continue to feel in pain and is not feeling better or soothed, then that's okay. We don't want to force any part of us to change in any manner. We are just letting go of that unnecessary suffering or tension that we were holding on to. So maybe let's just show some more kindness to this part. So choose an area on your body that feels most distressful or in a little bit more pain than others. Once you find that area, just be with it for the next few seconds. Keep your attention on it, and as you hold this area in your awareness, to give it a little bit more love, you can gently place your hand on that area of your body. Noticing the warmth or the weight of your hand. You are not only holding this area in awareness, but you are literally holding this area in your hands. If you feel like you can gently massage it or tap on it, not to get rid of it, but just to give it some love. if you feel open to it, you can also say some kind words to it. Like, I'm here for you. I know you are suffering, darling, but I'm here now. Or any other word or phrase that feels or that resonates most with you. Now, when you feel ready, you can gently lower your hand. Take a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out, letting go of any unnecessary tension in your body. And for the one last time, just scan your body from head to toe and release anything that it is holding on to. Now, whenever you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes and connect back with the environment around you. Take your time to rest and drink some water. You don't need to share your experience just yet. There is one more step that we are going to go through in case you have any doubts or something. That's why there is one more step left. So take your time to just connect to the environment. Okay, so we didn't actually went into emotion. We didn't use the word emotion, but emotion, it is energy in motion and it is in our body, in our system. And usually, when we keep on resisting it, suppressing it for a longer time, it gets stored in our body somewhere. So that's why I didn't tap into that emotion thing exactly because it might have been a much longer process. But since you have, I'm assuming, so you might have had resisted the situation. So I mostly focused on what is already being hold on in your body. So I hope that, that was helpful. And okay, maybe feel okay. I realize I just stopped you from sharing your experience. But yeah, you guys can like share your experience of the meditation, what came up for you and everything. And we have one more step left, a more of a practical step. Okay, so yeah, feel free to share your experience before I go on to that step of this process. And thank you so much for all the hearts. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, I will wait for a minute if in case anyone feels called to share their experience. And if you guys are finding this live helpful, then I would really appreciate any form of donation or anything. Um, it helped me keep on doing these lives. And the other thing is because I see many new people here, so I'm doing this Wheel of Wisdom series. I'm doing this Wheel of Wisdom series, and yesterday I started it. So if you missed yesterday's session, or if you joined late today, then I have a free community. So I post the video recordings there. I also post, the key takeaways or the, whatever we read on those. So you can like access it there. And, you know, we are, as I said, we are going to go through a practical step. So it is a place where we can all like keep track and share our progress and reflection and everything. So if you guys would like to join my free community, then you can check that out in the link in my profile. Okay. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your donation. Sending you so much love, healing, and beautiful wisdom. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate it. Um, what I was saying. Okay. Let's now move on to one more step. It is a bit of a practical step. Okay, based on what we read today. So you guys, some of you might be like, you know, okay, the author tells us not to think about it and to let the emotions flow and everything. But what about the situation? Like I have to deal with the situation. I have to do something, right? So the thing is, when we are thinking 90% of the time, is more of a repetitive kind of a thinking. We have these thinking patterns. Our thoughts are not always true and everything, so they keep us stuck. And usually, the kind of thinking that we do in situations when we are struggling is not the most helpful kind. I guess you guys agree on that. Mm. So, yeah, it is not the most helpful kind. We are always, you know, falling into all these thinking errors. I have like a lot of material on thoughts and thinking and everything. So if you guys like are interested, you can check out my courses and stuff. So I have like a whole course on all the different type of thinking errors and everything. So yeah, um, so we don't think in the most productive way. And that emotion that gets stored, the emotion that gets stored in our body, it usually manifests either we keep on accumulating it and then something little happens and we just burst out, or it just get manifested in some or other physical illness. Okay, so that's why we do these practices that the author mentioned and that I like led you through this meditation. But now what about the situation? So now that we have processed it and we are no longer like invested or hooked to our thoughts or the mind made stories, which is going to come back to you after this live. Again, you're going to have those thoughts, but this time you're more likely to recognize it that this is the type of thinking that I usually do to resist the situation, to make the situation even worse, unknowingly or knowingly, mostly unknowingly, or better word is habitually. So, now I want all of you guys to reflect whatever the situation that you thought during the meditation, whatever the situation is that you are going through, the difficult situation. Now, what is one small step that you can take right now, you know, that you can take today or tomorrow that will make the situation even a little bit better, even 1% better? So, what is the next right thing to do? And just think of one small step, not like I have to do this thing, something that overwhelms you. But, and even if you think of something that overwhelms you, think of the first small step towards that solution. So, can you guys Either mention in the chat box one small step that you're going to take today or tomorrow that will help you, that will help you deal with the situation in a more healthy manner, in a way that you would like to, in a way that a wise person would do, in a way that, that person would do, that you think, deals with these kind of situation in a better manner. So what is one small step that you can take today or tomorrow that will make your situation 1% better, and that you can take, not someone else would do, okay? So take responsibility. Bex, thank you so much. I'm glad that you were appreciating it, whatever I said. Um, okay. I usually like, find, um, notice this when there are 108 meditators here. I love it because 108 is such a, I don't know the word, but auspicious number in many religions, many in spirituality. It is a very powerful number. So I'm so glad to have all 108 people here right now. Okay, so now think of one step. And if you don't want to share that step with all of us, it's okay. But you can type like done or something so I know that you thought about it and just didn't listen to me while doing something else. Or you can share it in our community, a safe space if you want to. If this is also a safe space, like if you want to take time and think about it, then you can share it in the free community. Mhm. Okay, Paul, by dot dot mean you have thought about it, right? Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. I love proactive people because unless you apply it, apply whatever we are reading, nothing is going to change, because unless we like put the knowledge into action, nothing changes. Okay. Achu says one thing is to rest today because it's weekend. Wow, wonderful. Based on the two books that we found or the universe just sent our way, resting is a very good, you know, option and action. I hope that you have a restful weekend, Achu. And guys, by the way, Achu is a fellow teacher, so you can check out sorry, check out his work and his meditations and everything. They are wonderful. He has some very beautiful affirmation tracks. Okay. Guys, what is the one thing that you're going to do today or tomorrow that is going to make your situation 1% better or more? But yeah, even 1% better. I'm glad to have you, Achu, here. Okay, we have some responses now. Thank you, Eva, firstly, for being so proactive and participating and sharing. Okay, Eva says, I will recognize that I'm holding on and see it as an invitation to come into loving presence. Wow, what a beautiful way to put into application what we have just talked about and practiced in this whole session. Amazing. Wow, Eva. Okay, so a follow-up question for you, Eva. Um, since after going through, like after ending this live and everything, we usually forget about it. So how are you going to remember this intention of, you know, doing this? Like maybe you can have a check-in or something like an alarm, just a suggestion, where you check in when the alarm rings and you check in that what is going on inside me, and then you show some loving presence, or maybe you can have a screensaver on a phone or laptop or something. So how are you going to remind yourself to do that, because this is a new way of being that we are trying to cultivate. So sometimes we forget, and if you don't want to do that, set a reminder or something, that is completely okay. But I find that with my clients, it is very like they do it when we set a reminder, when we schedule it in some manner. So, yeah. Okay, and talking about my clients, okay. Um, if you guys like found this live or just resonated with me or my style or anything, so I do like the people I work with is those who have like low self-esteem. So I usually help them befriend their inner critic, and cultivate a more kinder and supportive relationship with themselves. And yeah, I do that through my private coaching sessions, and then I help them further to become their best self, to like on each day just become a better version of themselves through my group coaching program. So if you are interested in working with me, you can check out the details in my profile. Okay. And if you have any doubt or anything, you can always message me. Okay, Eva says, I'm so glad that Eva, you are, so actively participating and, um, you are so committed to this. Okay. Eva says, that's a good idea. I will change my screensaver. Okay, maybe if you want, you can tell me a statement or something and I will make a screensaver for you. I will make it, okay? If you are committing, if you are coming like this much, then I am also going to help you a little bit more, okay? So you can tell me the statement and I will put it in a beautiful like screensaver or something and I will send you, okay? You can message me that statement or something that you want on that screensaver. I will prepare for you. Okay. And if you want to do it on your own, that's perfectly fine because everyone have a different style or something, that they want for their phone or, laptop or something. So that's okay too. Yeah. And Eva says, I really love the meditation we just did. Do we have a similar meditation online? Online. Okay. Let me think. I have a similar kind of a meditation on few of my courses. So there is my course Reflective Prompts on deepening mindfulness journey. So on the last lesson, and there is another course, a therapist guide to accepting difficult situation. So on that also the last guided meditation. And if you don't have a premium or something, then again I'm going to post this recording, okay, on my free community, which you can access through the link in my bio in my profile. So yeah, so I'm going to post the recording after like few hours because it is a very long recording and everything. So it takes time. So you will have this. You can play it anytime. And maybe later on in future I will extract this meditation and put it as a track on Insight Timer also. Okay? Oh, I will be waiting for you for your message, Eva. Okay. Um, Ari. Namaste. I'm so glad to have you here, Ari, as well. I think, yeah, Ari was there yesterday also. Okay, beautiful, beautiful people. Where are you on this practical step? What is the first small step you are going to take today or tomorrow? We have two very committed people who have mentioned the steps, Achu and Eva. You guys can also like give me a sign there on the comments that what are you going to okay, for you the comments might be down now. Okay, in the laptop there is this side. So I keep on pointing that, yeah. So you can mention what you're going to do, or you can type done if you have done it in your mind or something. And you can like hold yourself accountable for it. So you can post your action step in the community as well, and then people will celebrate with you and everything. I love it. Okay, Aris is done. Thank you so much for the sign. Achu, you are already resting. Wonderful. Maybe take a nap or something. I think this live is also. I will end this live now. I think there is nothing more. We usually, I initially, planned that I would like do a line, like read few lines from a book, and then I will choose an activity. But we are never going to, like, yesterday also we didn't get to the activity part, and today also, because through our discussion and everything, now today though I feel inspired, and I came up with the meditation and everything. Yesterday through our discussions only we came up so like with a challenge and with prompts and everything. So we didn't get to the activity part and everything. So there's, I love it, this instruction, like this interaction, sorry, and all this wonderful energy, and it just birthed in like, so much um exercise activity or meditation. It just is amazing. Sometimes I find myself losing words. Okay, yeah, Achu, thank you so much for bringing that up. I forgot. Okay, so about the upcoming sessions, I was planning that I would do it like this, like on alternate days. So, um, now I will take 2 days break, but after that, because I'm also like I'm not very much like well and everything. There is a little bit cold, and yesterday also I got ill and everything. So I'm going to take 2 days break to just rest. Universe was telling me the right thing. Yeah, so after that, I was planning on alternate days. So one day this, then the next day is a break for you to apply what we have learned because we don't want to overload again. That's why we are doing this bite sized. Okay. Alina, I'm so glad to have you here. And I'm so glad that you keep on coming back to every live. And yeah, don't forget to join the community. Okay. So again, you can find it through the link in my profile and everything. Okay. So because I'm going to post like a lot of things there and there are a lot of gifts and everything there. So I don't want you guys to lose on it. Um, and thank you for the hearts. Yeah, so all alternate days. So one day we would do this, then the next day or for that day we will apply everything, and then the next day we will again open ourselves to any more wisdom that the universe has for us. And then again we will apply. So on alternate days, okay? Thank you, Achus. Thank you. That is so, so sweet of you. And yeah, I hope that, these many people find my work like I hope that my work resonate with these people because I am planning to like create a lot of content in the upcoming weeks and months. Um, because recently only I gained like I sat down, was I did an intensive reflection, session with myself and just found out that who do I want to serve, and I really want to, benefit these people who are struggling with that inner critic and everything. And I want to help these people cultivate a kind and supportive relationship with themselves. And I realized that I haven't posted much content on it, so I'm going to like in upcoming weeks and everything I'm going to post a lot of content related to that. So if you yeah, okay, so if you any one of you relate to this thing, if you have low self-esteem, if you struggle with inner critic, if you want to be kind to yourself or become your best self, then I would appreciate if you guys can just be with me, give me some time to create some content, and yeah, if you can follow me and everything. Oh, Elena, that is so sweet of you. Thank you so much for encouraging others to follow me. Okay, okay. Let's wrap the session now. I am so glad for each and every one of you who were present, and I hope that um, you find some love and peace and wisdom in your life. And please don't forget to check out my work. Go through the link in my profile to see what all I have, how you can work with me, and everything. And yeah, I just hope that we keep on continue to meet on these lives. Okay, so see you in the future live. It would be after 2 days. Okay, bye.